Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to IT Trap Reviewers. In this video, I wanted to quickly go over iOS 10 for you guys because it is coming out in 3 days on September 13th, which is this coming Tuesday. So I kind of want to go over it for you guys. I've been using it pretty much since the first beta came out, public beta that is, and I want to give you some thoughts. So overall, I think iOS 10 is going to be a great update for just about everyone. Every supported device, I think it's going to make it feel a little bit snappier, and it adds a lot of neat iMessage stuff. So that's the main selling point, I think, for iOS 10 for most people will be iMessages. And also there's some changes to like notifications and like these widget things. But overall, I think iMessage is going to be the main selling point here. But anyways, I'm just going to kind of go through the website here. I already know pretty much everything there is to know about iOS 10, but you guys may or may not. Feel free to just, watch along and listen. But in iMessage now, if you send a link, it's going to show like a little preview of it. You can send previews of GIFs and videos and all kinds of stuff. You can watch YouTube videos right in line. You don't have to leave the app. Super convenient. You can, write your own messages. If you just tilt your phone sideways in landscape mode, you can handwrite messages and stuff. That's super cool. Oh yeah, if you say like happy birthday or something, have like balloons and shit, which is kind of cool, but you can also choose to send them on different messages. So let's just say you're not saying happy birthday or something. You can choose a different message and just hold down on this little up arrow and choose a different animation. Invisible ink is another thing that you can choose, which is great for those of you who are sending pictures you shouldn't be sending during work hours. Send little heartbeats and different emotes on top of pictures and stuff, which personally, the heartbeat stuff is kind of dumb because it's not actually a heartbeat. There's no heartbeat sensor on this thing, but it just kind of puts the animation. You can draw on stuff. Kind of like Snapchat, but it's a little bit different. There's also a sticker store now, which is kind of like Facebook stickers. I hope that these stickers are a little bit better than Facebook's, but there should be more that you can download and install on your phone and send them to your friends. You can tap to replace text with emojis, which I think is really mostly stupid in most cases. I've actually used this maybe once or twice, and every time that it seems that I try to use it, it puts a stupid emoji for something that just doesn't make sense. Like you wouldn't, like tacos make sense, right? Like you can put a taco, but there's other things there where it'll try to put like a emoji face, and it's dumb. Siri's open to maps. Maps did get a little bit revamped. I don't really use the maps that often, so I can't tell you exactly what's changed. You can read here, but this compared to the last one, I don't really use Apple Maps. I might start using it more once this fully comes out. It's not something that I use that often. I usually use Google Maps, to be completely honest with you guys. Although this redesign does make it a lot cleaner. I just don't trust Apple Maps as much as I do Google Maps, at least right now. HomeKit and all those smart home stuff did get revamped. I don't use any of that though, so I can't tell you about it. Apple Music got redesigned a little bit. It got some bigger fonts and stuff because people were complaining that it was a little small. It was. I do agree with that, but I don't really use Apple Music that often because, well, there's free music elsewhere. You can simply raise your phone to wake it, which is super cool. You don't have to press the buttons. This is exactly what I figured would happen once. I figured they would get rid of the home button, but now they just made it a taptic engine. But this is not a huge surprise. It's actually really smart. And they claim that it won't turn on in your pocket. Obviously, it's hard to test that because if it's in your pocket, you can't tell if it's on or not. But I believe them. I don't think that it will turn on in your pocket if you're just like jumping around and stuff. But anyways, just a cool feature. 3D Touch, can't really comment on that till I get my iPhone 7. So, because I have an iPhone 6 right now. Rich notifications now. This is awesome. I don't use it that often, but when I do, I really like it. You can open up an entire thread of iMessages anywhere within the phone and reply to them without even opening the app, which is super nice, super helpful. I'll replay that one more time just to show you guys. Super convenient. Contextual predictions. Now, I don't like the typical prediction bar. If you hold down on the little icon right here, you can turn that off. I usually always have that off, but it can pop up for you for contextual predictions, which I actually like. You can put in, like, if it'll read what you're typing and give you some predictions on what you want to type. Like if you don't want to type your email every time or a phone number, this thing is actually pretty smart. Now, people are going to wonder, well, are they storing this information? How the hell are they reading this and knowing, how to make these predictions? It's all stored on the device itself. It doesn't go to Apple, or at least they claim that. So you can rest pretty assured that I don't think it's leaving the device, to be honest with you. It's pretty easy for an algorithm to see blank name number is and then, show that prediction. So I don't think that they're doing anything shady there. News I don't really use, but it did get that bigger font. Kind of looks like Apple Music a little bit. They redesigned it. Looks sleek, but I don't use it. You can search your photos by a place for categories and stuff, so that's super cool. That is, again, also only done on the device. They don't send that stuff to servers like Google does for theirs. This is all done on the device, so it might not be quite as accurate as Google's, but you know that no one else is seeing your shit, which is definitely important, or at least it should be. There's also a new feature called Memories, where it'll put all your pictures taken on certain days into a little album and make a little video for you guys. It's kind of gimmicky. It's not really the most useful thing in the world. It's kind of cool because you can edit it and edit the fonts and edit the music. It's kind of neat, but you'll probably use it once or twice and maybe on special occasions. Apple Pay on the web, I don't use that, so I'm gonna kind of go over that. Multilingual typing, now you can type in 2 languages at the same time without having to switch between keyboards. I don't know how true that is because I was trying to type in some German and English and I kept trying to autocorrect it and stuff, so I don't know how accurate that is. But anyways, your info is safe and secure. Privacy always comes first. That's why iOS 10 uses on-device intelligence to identify the people, objects, and scenes in photos and to power quick-type suggestions. When you do share sensitive information for services like Siri and Maps, it's always encrypted and never used to build user profiles. Basically taking a jab at Google because that's all they do is build user profiles and then sell it. So Apple's trying to stay away from that, which I do commend them for that. That's awesome. But, you know, all this on-device stuff is getting so kind of creepy that it's hard to trust companies these days, but I trust Apple right now. Anyways, I've been on the Apple Beta software program. You guys can get in on that as well. Maybe next year when iOS 11 is coming out. They might also do it for iOS 10, like 10.1, etc. But I don't think there's going to be anything too huge in it. So iOS 10 is compatible with these devices, iPhone 5 all the way up to the iPhone 7. This includes the SE. The iPads goes from iPad Mini 2 all the way up to the iPad Pro, and the iPod Touch 6th Gen is the only iPod Touch that can get this iOS 10, which makes sense because the other iPods were very, very underpowered. So that's pretty much all there is with iOS 10. There's a lot of more little features that I'm not going to go over because there are just seriously tons of new changes. But overall, the entire OS feels a lot snappier. And I'm running this on an iPhone 6. And I can tell you that if you have an iPhone 6 and you are upgrading to iOS 10 and you're worried that it's going to slow down your phone, it's not. It's going to actually feel a lot faster and it's a lot more efficient. So check it out, guys, when it comes out in 3 days on September 13th on Tuesday. And you guys really don't have to worry about glitches and bugs. This thing has been tested thoroughly. There are almost no major bugs or glitches in this entire operating system. So I recommend upgrading basically as soon as it comes out, unless you're doing something for jailbreaks and stuff. I don't know what the status is on jailbreaks for iOS 10. That's all I got for this video, guys. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.